Right, so in today's trade of the day video, we're going to take a look at Canadian dollar against the Japanese yen, and we're going to do something a little bit different to yesterday's video where we were focusing on trades against the longer term trend. When we talk about the trend, it's not that complicated to identify for us. What we're looking for is this line here, this line on the monthly charts. We take that step back and look to the context of the move. Which way is the market more likely to go over the next week, month, or a couple, whatever. What we're looking at here is the color of this line here. If the line is red, it's telling us it's a downtrend, i.e. the sell bias. We prefer to be taking short trades. The green line means an upward bias. We prefer to be taking long trades. And what that means is for new trend signal traders, when the trend is up, we will only be taking buy trades, and when the trend is down, we will only be taking short trades. And the reason for that is because that's where the market is more likely to go more consistently with better results as well. That doesn't mean to say, however, that you can't take trades against that direction. It just means that really, we just prefer to be a little bit more selective over those opportunities. And what I mean by that is looking at the context. So when you see like here, a sell trade against the longer term trend of the market, got to ask the question of why should it fall from here? What's that additional reason? We looked at a couple of those reasons yesterday. Today, I'm going to look at something different, which is looking at a higher time frame as well. Sounds complicated. It really isn't if you know what you need to be looking for. So what are we going to look for? Because we've got a pretty standard sell sniper trade here. It looks great. Market's fallen on really nicely, a good 100 pips or so. How could we have taken advantage of that? The first thing I'd probably say is we won't have taken all of that. When you're looking at a trade against the trend, what you're looking for usually is to take a small profit, with the market more likely to then move on and rally to new highs, like we see on these pullbacks against the trends here as well. Small pullback, move to new high, small pullback, move to new high, and so on. The pattern is upwards. So what's going to help me want to take this short trade? Yesterday, we looked at pivot points. We looked at pivot points on the daily chart to find them there. Have we reacted off 84.65? We didn't quite get there. There's a little bit of air there, about 10 pips or so before that pivot point there. So what else could we look for? Well, we could take a step to the weekly. Okay, and what we're going to look for is the last time we came here. 84.42 was the level here. What's the weekly done? Well, it tested that level and then came back underneath it. So you're not going to see this red bar at this point because this is what's happened after the trade. So that's not particularly helpful, this bar here. It all looks a little bit hindsight. But of course, here, before the trade, that Friday, you can see where that tracks to the other time frame. So that was this bar here. We closed the week just underneath that pivot point again. So we rejected the pivot. Remember whack-a-mole, we had a little look above. We got whacked back down again, closed underneath that pivot line, 84.42. This is adding context to the trade. The market then starts to reject it. That then moves down, gives us a sell, still below the pivot. And that's why we're more interested in taking this trade. We have found resistance off the weekly. It's giving us weekly context to the move, which is giving us an opportunity to take the short. At least the ATR you're going to be looking for there. You could look to ride it down and trail the stop down. There is a number of choices depending on how you like to go for these trades. But the point really being, worst case, ATR, 49 pips. It's a lovely trading opportunity if you know what to look for.
If you would like more information about trading the right way, Trend Signal is giving you the opportunity to see and hear about its services live at a free online seminar. Take a look at the Trend Signal website for the latest events and to book your free place.